Pulsechain. Let's talk, because Richard Hart has been served, so we gotta go over that today. So stick around, stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get straight into this one. As you can see, Pulsechain is not performing well because ever since it launched, well, we down 84% from not only sacrifice phases, but when the chain went live, people just kept on dumping. It didn't also help the major factor that the S.E.C is suing Richard Hart right now for fraud, and there you have it. That's why this hasn't been performing. So Levin decided to tweet this today. He says, yo, default judgment is likely enforcement, however it isn't really possible, meaning referring to this old article right here. This is not an article. This is the old paperwork that was served to Richard Hart. So because this guy says breaking news, you know, S.E.C is seeking default judgment against Richard Hart, yada yada, and Pulsechain and Hex. But when I looked into it further, I realized that this was the July paperwork that they attempted to serve Richard Hart, which is this right here. This one, pretty much, you know, as you can see here, it was back in July. So they went and stated his name and everything, and said between 2019 and 2021, he was creating Hex, and he pumped it between 2 years and all this other stuff. I read most of this stuff, almost all of it, and what I noticed is the S.E.C, they kind of went after the fact that, you know, he was doing a lot of live streams. He was bragging. They said he was talking about, for instance, you know, I know the law and all this other stuff, and that's why they decided to come after him. The second major factor here is the fact that when Hex pumped pre-July and he decided to do the sacrifices for Pulsechain, there's a segment here where, let's see if I can find it, where he pretty much took $12 million out of the hundreds of millions of dollars that was sacrificed. And instead of using that for development and research and marketing for the Pulsechain ecosystem, he took that $12.5 million and he was doing outrage marketing with it. He was buying all of these luxury cars and luxury this and luxury that, and he was showing off heavily on Twitter in attempt to get more investors in. And this is where he made his major mistake, I guess. They said if he had put, for example, there it is right here. Additionally, it says Hart and Pulsechain defrauded investors by misappropriating at least 12.1 million of the Pulsechain investors' funds. Instead of using these funds to develop and market the Pulsechain network itself, the chain, right? Hart used at least $12.1 million of these funds for personal luxury purchases, including 555 carat diamond. Remember him when he was doing, hey, $250,000, look at here, Nakamoto, I'm rich, $250,000, you broke pleb. All of that stuff Ricky Ricardo was doing is coming back and bite him, indicating that, you know, if you can do initial offerings or whatever, crowdfunding, seed funding, we all done ICOs back in 2017. You can do all of that, but take that money and put it towards research and development and building whatever you promised your investors. That's all they ask, the S.E.C. But Richard took some of that money. The fact that he took some of that money to buy luxury stuff, this is where the fraud lies, and that's where his fatal mistake is. That's what they reckon. This is the major blow that I've seen here, right? And they use the term recycling ETH, which is, brother Jake, be careful now. I see Jake Sharp bragging a lot on Twitter, you know, tight necks. Oh, yeah. You know, he was saying something to the effect of, oh, always bet against winners or something like that with tight necks, like never bet against winners or something to that effect. I'm like, Jake, you haven't won yet. You better chill out. Be careful now. So, yeah. People chimed in because Jack highlighted these things, you know, attempting to induce purchases of offer of sale, ordering Hart to disgorge. Disgorging meaning simply the judge ordering you to repay back some of the money. And also he has to pay civil penalties, which is also a few hundred million. So if they disgorge him, he's got to give back that 1 billion or something to that nature. This is an old article. Like this breaking news here, this is fake news, because when I looked into the old piece, it is actually all the way down at the bottom of the last page, the page number 24 or something to that nature. They just copy pasted it from the disgorgement of X, Y, and Z. Yeah, this page right here. So yeah, they just copied it from that and made it look like it was yesterday, but this is the yesterday's page that says that well, Richard Hart has been served as of the October 31st, which is about a little over a month ago. So that's the reason why. Now, people chimed into Jack Levin's post and they said, yo, the consequences is that Richard Hart will have to hide forever and that all his on-chain assets would be blacklisted, right? Now, if that is the case, you're going to have Pulsechain, the PLS token is going to have a hard time. I've said this a couple weeks ago because I noticed it. I was like, yo, if Richard leaves this to drag on and he doesn't face it, he doesn't address it, it could be a bad stain on the Hex and the Pulsechain ecosystem, meaning we're headed into a bull market. New people going to want to invest into the ecosystem, but then they're going to hold their money off and get scared because somebody's coming after Richard, meaning the S.E.C, right? So no one knows about those addresses or something. So Jack Levin is simply saying that no one knows about those addresses, so how can they blacklist them? Because Richard Hart is smart. He's doing a lot of Tornado Cash stuff. He's the Tornado Cash guy. So this guy goes, CZ from Binance may not agree with you. Well, they came after CZ, so, you know, it looks bearish for Pulsechain ecosystem. Jack, can we sack any zone token or Zen blocks for X native 1 token when it launches? Be cool. Yeah, people are still coming after Jack. Jack better be careful too. Jack did the Richard Hart thing where, you know, 50% of the zone supply is just sitting on some wallet. The Jack may or may not claim it, you know, like a OA or something. So people also came after Jack and say, Jack, why you created this zone token where half of the supply is being held? So that's also another mystery. I think that's why Jack's been really quiet about Zen and crypto lately. He's just been focusing on doing other stuff because he's trying to, he's watching, these founders, they watch each other. So he's watching close how the Richard Hart case would play out, because Jack also got hit up by the OpenSea guys recently when they told him, yo, NFTs may or may not be securities, so for safety reasons we're just going to remove them on our platform. And that led us to Razvan, shout out to Raz, building the Mastodon marketplace so that people can trade their NFTs and dbxen NFTs and whatnot. So yeah, there you have it. So yeah, people chimed in, and yeah, man, it's with the Richard Hart case, that's all it is. He just needs to be extra cautious in proceeding with this, because come on, bro, if Richard loses that 1.7 billion to the SEC, hexicans and pulsicans might miss out on the bull market if they're not diversified. It's going to be extremely difficult for, yeah, they're talking about paying civil penalties, which is a few hundred millis, and they're also talking about disgorging him. Look up the word disgorge and you would see what it means. And also read these paperworks right here. One of them was back in July, and the other one was served just yesterday. That's only 2 pages. But yeah, be careful now. Be cautious, hexicans and pulsicans, bro, because Richard Hart is like the door between them and coming over to DeFi and trying to attack DeFi. If they take him down and the barrier is broken, it's like when NATO got rid of Gaddafi and they thought, oh yeah, we got rid of the villain, the bad guy, and then they realized, oh boy, it's 12 tribes now. And all of them 12 tribes, each one of them wants to rule Libya and control the oil. And they've been fighting to this day since 2011. They realized they made a huge mistake when they got rid of Gaddafi. So sometimes the best deal with the devil you know. And that's a Richard Hart statement, right? So that's a Nakamoto statement. But yeah, guys, you want to have a good laugh. Yesterday, when I made that video about ICP and Zen and all this stuff, I went over to the ICP stuff because I decided to look it up. I didn't know what internet computer was. Shout out to Jerry. And if you if you click the old chart on our coin market cap, look at this, bro. This is 11. This is Zen, bro. That's ICP internet computer. This is the 11 chart right here. Look at ICP, bro. This dude is shilling ICP every day. And turns out they did the 11 chart too, bro. Like, all right, man. Listen. This was just a short one. Market. Let's see what the market is looking like right now. Bitcoin at 41,000. All right, it's holding. Ethereum at 2,000. Let's go. BNB 246. Who said Binance was gonna die? Yeah, be fighting. CoinMarketCap been here since 2012. Unlike a lot of crappy projects out there that just come and go. They come and they disappear. But yeah, with the Richard Hart scenario, I see this dragging on. If he leaves it to drag on, people are gonna really suffer, bro. And I don't want to see that. But worst come to worst, Richard Hart, people have to give him his flowers. 2,000 people, somebody wrote on X the other day, became millionaires because of hacks. So if you see a Jake Sharp bragging about, oh, you only never bet against winners, you haven't won yet. Same thing goes with Jack Levin. You know me, I'm fair and square. Jack Levin, Jake Sharp, Richard Hart made 2,000 millionaires with hacks alone. So people are expecting Zen to do the same, if not better. People are expecting Titanx to do the same, if not better. There you have it. The torch has been passed on to you two now. Let's see who's going to be the winner. So yeah, I'm talking tokenomics and fundamentals. The fundamentals, yeah, leave it to the fundamental people. But yeah, I'm just saying, fundamental wise, Richard did a better job. He managed to do that within 2 years with hacks. Just as a reminder. All right. Shout out to Cardano. Made thousands of people millionaires as well. Probably more than 2,000. I think 6,000 or 7,000 people became millionaires with Cardano. Hundreds of thousands of people made at least $150,000 with ADA. Not bad. Yeah, I'm just saying, leaving it out there. Y'all need to pick up the torch now and take it to the right direction. No financial advice. This is crypto. I'm not suggesting anybody to make any pump or anything, because remember, the SEC is watching all of us now. You can't suggest anything. You can't. This is all entertainment and purposes. Read the description. All of that caca. Yeah, that stuff. No financial advice, right, people? Jake Sharp. 28 is the number of wealth. 17 is the number of health. He even took that from GGG. You know, the guy who does the numerology astrology guy. Yeah, that's where he got that from. 28 is the number of wealth. 17, numerology astrology, guys. You know, you got to get it. Man, like, shout out to my members. You know, everybody, the recent ones who joined: Reggie Rage, Mina, Marcus, Dream Life 44, Russ Crypto, Madly, Courtney, GN, My 2 Satoshi, come on, Little Owl, Google K, Tom, Gus. If you want to join the membership, it's only $2 a month, and I've got some crazy gems in there that you're gonna want to watch them ones, bro. $2 a month. Click join next to the subscriber button below. Click it and support Nakamoto Crypto Army. Shout out to you all. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.